Hello, beautiful humans. I am live. How are we feeling? I'm going to do a live unboxing of Crystal Visions Tarot, which I just got in the mail. Yes, I did cheat. I opened it up, but I didn't open it up all the way because I was like, ooh, this would be really fun to do a live stream. So, I don't have anyone viewing yet, and I know a couple people wanted to tune in. So if you're watching the replay, please forgive my boringness while I share this in one or two places. Ooh, I see Neva's tuned in. Hey, how's my sister? All right. If you're tuned in, do me a favor and share this broadcast if you enjoy delightful witchy weather reports and other cool nerdy tarot stuff, because I would love to get to do more nerdy tarot stuff with you in the future. Hey, Lana Marie, how you doing? All right. Sharing this to a couple of groups, and then I'm going to get started unboxing. Very exciting. I also have with me the Universal Weight Tarot deck, which is a recolorized version of the traditional Smith-Waite deck. This is colored in by what's her name? Hanson Roberts, Mary Hanson Roberts, I believe, but it's the original artwork from Pamela Coleman Smith. So I have this handy, both because I just always have a tarot deck around me, but also because I was like, oh, we could compare some of the cards in the new deck to the classic deck. So I don't know if anyone wants that. And yes, if anyone wants a one card pull, you will get them. Absolutely. As always, the secret code to get a card pulled for me is to drop a cat emoji into the chat. And if you have a hard time finding an emoji, some people are telling me, oh, I can't get to the emojis on my keyboard. Well, then just write a sentence about a cat and I will know. Something about a cat. Hey, I see a cat in there already. All right. One more group. And then we're good. Because I want all the lovely humans who said they wanted to tune in to get the opportunity to tune in. Now you get to see me typing. Very exciting, I know. Boom. Okay. Yay! Hi, everyone. Hey, Brittany. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Melissa. All the people are tuned in. Yay. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm doing. It's an impromptu unboxing because my friend Brittany sent me the Crystal Visions Tarot deck just to be a super sweetie pie because I had mentioned that I covet that deck and always think about getting it and never bought it for myself. And lo and behold, it came in the mail. And what's really cool, I'm not going to show you the front of this because I don't need everyone to know my address. But it came from the artist who drew the deck. So it was ordered directly from her, which is wonderful. That's like the best way to support an indie creator of any kind is to order it directly from them if possible. Hello, hello. Hey, Ren. Thanks for tuning in. So what is in the envelope? It came in this snazzy little envelope. This is my first ever unboxing video. It came in this little padded USPS envelope. Not very exciting. It came with an art card. And then on the back of the art card, you can see this is, I think, probably the world. You've got this like beautiful lotus flower and this lovely human meditating on top of it. And on the back is a signed personal note from the artist. It's like really washed out there now. You can kind of see it. With my name. And it says, hi, thank you so much for your order. I hope you enjoy the deck. Really, really sweet and a really nice touch. So this is going to go on my bulletin board. I'm super psyched about it. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm seeing people join the video. I'm so glad. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I'm doing an unboxing of the Crystal Visions Tarot. So also, before I get to the deck, she also threw in a cute little pouch to hold the deck in. This is... it's not silk, it's the other thing. It's satin, I think. I think this is satin. It's like a nice purple satin pouch. But wait, inside the purple satin pouch is a crystal quartz point. I love it. I just love the touch. Like it's really like extra TLC was put into this. So it's really, really nice. This is a deck, like I said, that I've wanted a long time. I highly recommend if you're going to order it from the artist, Jennifer Galasso. So let's get to the deck. Crystal Visions Tarot. Look at that. Look at that sweet image of a person like meditating over a like glowing lotus flower. Like, come on, this is my witchy dreams come true. Here's a deck. Ooh, very nice branding. Comes with a business card that says The Magical Art of Jennifer Galasso, which has a different like fantasy art print on the business card. It's like this sweet little elf that frankly looks like the bard I play in D&D. So, yeah. That's lovely. Good work, Jennifer Galasso. Excellent branding. We have shrink-wrapped cards. And now I'm going to open them for the first time ever. Hey, Ondine. And once I open up the deck, so if anyone has a particular card they'd like to see, Susanna over on Anti-Fragile Tarot did this the other day, and I thought it was really neat. She did an unboxing video for the All Towers deck that she recently got. If anyone has a particular card in the deck that they'd love to see, let me know what card you'd love to see. If you just want to know like what that card looks like in this deck, I will happily poke through and find it for you. And yes, if anyone wants a one card reading, absolutely, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'd love to read like from this deck for the very first time for you. So the secret code, as always, when I'm live streaming, if you want a card pulled for you, is to drop a cat emoji in the chat. Or if you can't get to emojis because you're like on a desktop and it's hard to find, then just write something about a cat. Basically cats. So, first off, oh my God, look at the back. Look at the back of these cards. Look how beautiful they are. Ah, there's like this beautiful purple orb thing in the middle of them. And they've got these on the bottom. I don't know if you can see because it's very detailed. These are chalices. There's a chalice on either side. They are reversible, so if you wanted to shuffle in reversals, you could. They look the same upside down. Very ASMR sounds. Ooh, accidental ASMR. Look at me. And then I get the first card is about the artist, about Jennifer Galasso. Jennifer Galasso is a fantasy artist and illustrator who is raised and currently resides in New England. Her interest in tarot began in high school. She studied her passion for art at Providence College. Please visit www.magicalart.com. That's magical with a K. magical-art.com. Jennifer's main website, and also her website dedicated to the deck, www.crystalvisionstarot.com. Well, that's unreadable. Anyway, I assure you that's what it says. And if you are in love with this deck after seeing the unboxing, like I am, I implore you, please order it directly from the artist. That is absolutely the best way to support a creator. I know, the orb is pretty neat, right? The Twitch cats are great. I know, Melissa. It's gorgeous. I love this deck. Thank you so much, Brittany. This is like awesome. So I'm paging through. We start off with, I'm just going to I'm going to cherry pick some cards to show you, and then I'll start grabbing some one card pulls for anyone who would want one. We have the Fool. We always start with the Fool. I love the deep purple and magenta vibes throughout this deck. The Fool is on a precipice on a cliff, as always, surrounded by butterflies. Look at these friggin' butterflies. These are not bats. They're like beautiful dark butterflies. And she's kind of like dipping a toe over the side of this cliff, as you can see. She's not taking the step, but she is considering it. And there's like actually, it looks like a body of water and some trees under the cliff, which I think is a very nice touch because I'm a sucker for water and trees. There's a deck specific card. Ooh, I wonder what it is, and I wonder where it is. Maybe I'll find it. Thank you for the tip. Maybe it's at the end of the major arcana. Yes. I will absolutely show you the death card, Melissa. But first, here's the death specific card. It's the unknown card. I just love this. I'm going to look up in a moment because there's a little white book that comes with this. I'll look up what it says about this card. This is the unknown card. This is a high priestess-esque human holding a crystal ball, or like, yeah, it looks like a crystal ball in her hand with a friggin' like some kind of black bird, like a corvid, maybe a crow or a raven, carrying a magic wand with an amethyst on it, flying in front of her, like so deliciously witchy. Big purple candle burning in the background and a waxing moon behind her over here. I'm pretty sure that's waxing. The way I remember it is it's always the opposite of the way I think. The moon waxes and wanes, not left to right, but right to left. So, yeah. Any blonde girls in this deck? Giving me brunette fear of missing out. Let's see. Are there some blondes? Yes. I know there are because the nice lady on the cover of the deck is blonde. So, don't worry. All right, Melissa wants to see death, which is a dark choice. First, let me look up this unknown card. Here's a little white book. It's a pretty big little white book. It's pretty significantly thick. U.S. Game Systems. Got this cute little picture on the Fool on the back. All right. Introduction. I'm going to read you a little bit of this. The Crystal Visions Tarot was created with the intention of combining art that is unique from traditional systems yet straightforward enough to make it easy for new readers to learn the tarot. Since many readers have come to form strong associations with the Rider-Waite deck, the Crystal Visions Tarot remains true to this classic 78 card system with much of its symbolism. Within the deck, each suit has a vibrant and consistent color scheme, very nice to have a little palette, in order to be easily recognizable within a spread. Symbols and imagery are also used to represent the elemental aspects of each suit, and in order to aid the novice in forming associations. The name Crystal Visions Tarot was inspired by singer-songwriter Stevie Nicks' CD, Crystal Visions, which was released right around the time Jennifer was planning the deck. I love that. Absolutely love it. Super cool. So this artwork has to do with the release of a singer-songwriter. See, it's like my two worlds colliding. Good call. Melissa says, is death a dark choice or is it a new, incredible, bright start choice? Touché. All right, so what I want to take a look at is this deck-specific card, the unknown card. I'm going to read to you what it says. The Crystal Visions deck includes one unknown card, which represents an answer that is not yet meant to be revealed. It can signify something from the past that one may not fully understand or something that will not happen again soon. Wherever the unknown card falls within a spread will indicate what area still needs to unfold and that further steps need to be taken in order to clarify the bigger picture. I absolutely love having this in a reading. This is like an element that I enjoy being able to communicate with such clarity to someone I'm reading for. The unknown card can also signify the importance of one looking deeper into the issue at hand in order to find answers. It can represent the importance of moving forward with an open mind and without bias. The figure in the card beckons the querent to take a look into her crystal ball. However, the image in the ball is cloudy and unclear. With time, patience, and introspection, the picture will still be revealed. I want to share a story about that. I have been doing something called randonauting over the last bunch of weeks. So randonauting is, there's this app called Randonautica. And basically, it gives you randomized coordinates. And it's like, it's supposed to be coordinates within a certain sphere of, like, geographical area. Like, you put in, you choose how far from your home or wherever you are you want to go. And it gives you a randomized set of coordinates that is supposed to take you outside of your daily path, like where you would usually go. It takes you somewhere you wouldn't ordinarily go. And a lot of people use this app and set an intention before they do their walk or whatever, that they are going to, whatever it might be, find something interesting or have some insight about their love life or whatever. So I have been randonauting, and my intention has just been to get better clarity on what I need to be doing right now in my life, because I'm in a time of big transition in my life. And the last, like, several walks that I took in February and March, it would take me to a point that was behind a gate, always in particular a gate. It wasn't just like I couldn't access any yard. It was like literally when I tried to look at the point that it gave me, it was behind someone's gate. And I thought that was really interesting because I felt like it was a message from the universe that I wasn't supposed to have it all figured out yet, that there was still more to unfold. There was information I didn't have yet, and I needed to wait and be patient. I also felt it was a little call out to Hecate, who is known as she who stands at the gate and the guardian of the gates. So that was kind of interesting because I am a Hecate fan. Cool. I'm seeing some comments. I'm sorry if I'm rambling a little bit. This is like tarot nerd Rory side. I'm looking up the death card for you, Melissa. If anyone else has a card they would like to see from this deck, let me know. Otherwise, I will just start pulling some one card pulls for everyone. Ren, if you're still tuned in, I hope you feel okay after your vaccine. Ren just got a vaccine shot. I hope you I hope it's easy and not like, you know, doesn't put your body too out of whack or anything. Ooh, death is gorgeous. Okay. Here's death. It has this kind of angel of darkness. It has calla lilies across the bottom. I just love calla lilies so much. I'm such a big fan. You can see this like light coming from the card, kind of shining on this dead body that the angel of darkness is kind of, you know, standing over. A light of transformation, I guess, you know, really indicating that this individual is passing on to the next plane, that there is more here after this apparent ending. There's also an Ankh at the top of Death's little staff thingy. Ooh, Eight of Swords is fab, can confirm. Ooh, I'll look up Eight of Swords next. And let me read to you, because there is something in Latin. Vita mutatur non tolitur. I do not speak Latin. They didn't offer it in my high school. I would have gladly taken Latin, because I'm that kind of nerd. I was actually excited to learn Latin. But I bet that there will be a translation if I look in the little white book here. Yes. The tombstone inscription means life is changed, not taken away. I really, really like that. The butterflies are symbols of life, renewal, and change, indicating death indicates an ending, a definitive ending. A lot of people get stressed out, especially people who don't know the tarot, and are like, oh God, am I going to die? No, generally not. It means that something in your life is ending in a way that is irrevocable. You know, you're really closing a door on something and opening a new door for the next chapter in your life. Saying goodbye in order to say hello to something new. Oh, I love it. You read my mind with that comment. Yes. Life is changed, not taken away. Okay, I'm going to look up the Eight of Swords for you because you have promised it is fab. If anyone else has a card they want to see, let me know. If anyone else wants me to draw a card for them, let me know in the form of dropping a cute little cat emoji. I'll also take a little minute to do a little breeze through some of the swords. Eight of Swords. Oh, I love the Eight of Swords. Yes, you are correct. It is awesome. So the Eight of Swords holds a special place in my heart because it was my card of the year one year. This year, it's not. This year is the Ace of Wands, which like finally I got a nice card of the year. But for 2019, I believe the Eight of Swords was my card. So I spent a lot of time staring at this card in every deck that I own. And I have to say, this is really cool. So as you can see, the figure here is bound by this red string. And there are all of these crows or ravens around her, each holding some of this string in their mouth. And also, as you can see, like the message behind the Eight of Swords is like, you're not as bound as you think. You're probably fine. You can get out and live your life if you need to, but you perceive that you are hemmed in. You perceive that you're stuck. So you feel stuck, so you are stuck because you don't move. Anyway, I love this. I love the helper crows. Helper crows. Everything's better with corvids. So, since I mentioned that the Ace of Wands is my card for the year, I'm going to look up Ace of Wands as well. Here's the Ace of Wands. Look at this amazing dragon critter, or maybe it's a salamander because that's fiery. Like cuddling this big, beautiful wand. We have these big flowers. Are they pansies? I'm not sure what they are, but they're awesome. And then this beautiful red gemstone at the top of this wand, and this awesome creature like just ensconcing it. I love it. I love this. Really reflects the passionate power possibilities, which is, I think I accidentally just gave you keywords for the Ace of Wands. I'm not really a keywords reader. I don't really love it, but I understand it can be helpful for when you're first understanding the definitions of the cards. Passionate power possibilities, that really does kind of summarize the Ace of Wands. Also in here, there is a crystal ball just like poking around here in the bottom of the card. So that's the Ace of Wands. Brittany says, I also, oh, okay, so we have a couple options. Moon and the Hanged Man. 8 of Wands in this deck especially feels powerful. Okay, so I'm going to look at the Moon. I'm going to look at the Hanged Man. And I'm going to look at... Here's the Moon. Moon is awesome. Oh, okay. Here is this lady. This, like, super cool moon lady surrounded by the moon in all of its phases as a little archway, like hugging these little coyote friends who are howling at the moon. I absolutely love it. And I love this embrace of the moon. This feels very positive. Often the moon is read as a negative card, and I have feelings about that because the moon's my girl. The moon is often read to mean like deception and illusion. And I look at it more like the moon is the subconscious, and the moon shows you what is in shadow. And much like when we're in moonlight, we see the same things differently than when we are in sunlight, right? If I look out in my backyard in the sunlight, I see like my friggin' hydrangeas, I see, you know, like my vegetable garden, I see some forsythia. It's all very nice. I know what everything is. If I look at that same yard in the moonlight, it looks different. Some things are clearer. Some things are unearthly beautiful in the moonlight, and some things are a little bit spooky. And it's a different way of seeing. It's not wrong. It just connects us with different parts of ourselves. Yeah, I think this person actually has like white or gray hair, which I actually love. I kind of hope that it's meant to be like white or gray hair, so we have some age representation here. You know, like this is someone who is maybe timeless, maybe, you know, like as the moon I think is timeless. Oh, Brittany says, I might have to buy a print of the moon from this deck. I love that. I love that. That's why one of the reasons I collect tarot cards, by the way. And when I talk to people who aren't like witchy people about why I love the tarot, in part, it's just, this is the cheapest way I know to get 78 beautiful pieces of art, 78, that you can keep for your collection. I just love it as an art lover. All right, going to 8 of... Did I say 8 of Swords? You said 8 of Wands. Right, let me take a look at that. 8 of Wands. Ooh, I love it. Look at this. We have these beautiful wild... I want to say wild horses, but they're actually unicorns. Wild unicorns. Oh, come on. And they're all just like, they're galloping, they're thundering, you know, in a direction. The 8 of Wands really does represent things speeding up. The wind is blowing a certain way, and it really indicates that your actions now have power. They have added oomph, so you better be sure that you are acting from your heart, that you're acting from your core and your purpose. And obviously, like, galloping unicorns have a lot of power, whether they choose to expend that power chaotically and trample things, or whether they are all laser focused on, I don't know, whatever, getting to something amazing that they're all finding as unicorns. Yeah, so this is lovely. I want to take a look, just a quick little breeze through some of the suits, because it's true, there is like kind of a different color palette for each suit. So I'm looking at cups. Cups are very pink and purple and like glittery. Here's the Nine of Cups, which is one of my favorite cards. It's really about like the self-made woman. That's the Nine of Cups in my opinion, like the self-made woman enjoying what she has created for herself. Obviously, that's not the only way to interpret the card, but that's something that resonates with me. This lovely, lovely lady, a blonde, incidentally, chilling on a log with all of these beautiful chalices around her and stardust. And it's coming right from the moon to her. Or is it going from her to the moon? There's a strong indication that she is like a really powerful manifester. This is someone who knows how to use the power of her will and her emotions to go after what she wants in life. The eights in each suit make me really happy. That's nice. Let's look through and let's stop at the eights because I want to give you something from each suit. And then I'll have some shuffling to do. Swords are like the purple and blue, dark grayness. I showed you a couple of swords. Now we have pentacles. Pentacles are great because there's a lot of crystals, people. You know I'm a big fan of the crystal. My grandma painted this beautiful self-portrait of herself in a crystal cave that I've been seeing since I was a little girl. It's behind me, but you can't see it because I have the thing up right now. But there's photos of it on my Instagram and stuff. I love a crystal. Here's the Eight of Pentacles. This is a super, both like Rapunzel and Rumpelstiltskin vibes because this is someone spinning their hair into gold. Look at that. That's so nice. And it's really, sorry, I was just scrolling to see if there were new comments. It's really a calm and peaceful look at the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles really is about you have already put in a great deal of work towards your goals. This is a practical goal, right? This is about improving your financial life or your home life or your family life. All of those practical things that we realize are very important once they get out of whack, right? That are otherwise easy to forget. And this is just someone who is calmly and practically putting in the work to get to the next level. Just applying themselves a little bit every day at a time, which is really the message of the Eight of Pentacles. It's very soothing. What a soothing Eight of Pentacles. All right. I keep like putting these down and then mixing them up. I am pre-shuffling, I guess. Okay. And then I have wands. Did I show you guys some wands? I showed some wands, but let me give you an 8. We just looked at the wands with the unicorns. Cool. So we've seen a little bit from each deck. Now I'm going to do some shuffling, and I'm going to just do some one-card readings for everybody. I think I will start with a witchy weather report type card, because it's Thursday. If y'all tuned in for the witchy weather report, which I do every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, the card of the week for this week was the Seven of Wands reversed, which means that we will perceive ourselves to be stuck, to have a lot of resistance, to kind of have to push and fight our way through life, and that is just a perception. That, in fact, we might be used to having to push. You know, we might be used to encountering resistance. But actually, there is not resistance against us right now. We are just creatures of habit, and we're stuck in the habit of feeling like we have to fight. So, it's Thursday. We're like halfway through the week. Has that manifested for you this week? Have you manifested those feelings of like having to fight through resistance? I have. I really, I've been going, I went to the doctor this morning. I've been trying to get some lower back pain dealt with for the last week. And I have to say, like, I do feel like there's a lot of actual resistance because I have spent a lot of hours this week on the phone with different doctor offices, trying to find someone who would take my health insurance and trying to, like, get, know what the right path is that will be covered by insurance to, like, get myself feeling better. But I showed up for it. And I found that all I had to do was show up for it. Just put the time in and show up. And I was smart enough to figure it out and make it happen, and I ended up finding people who were also like smart and competent to help me make this happen within the medical world. Brittany says, I didn't get a chance to watch the Witchy Weather Report this week, and that still matches up for me. Yeah, that was like the general energy for everyone. So I've been seeing it like, I've been seeing it manifest in different ways for different people this week. All right, I'm doing a lot of shuffling. I'm going to pull a general card for us. It's just going to be a general advice card for our weekend coming up. How to make your weekend be the most special and meaningful to you this week. I've done a little bit of shuffling. I'm going to lay these cards out over my MIDI keyboard because why not? It's the perfect amount of space. Okay, here's a card for everyone. Queen of Swords. Win your weekend with the truth. Look at this Queen of Swords. First of all, I just want to point out to you that she's a friggin' fairy. Don't tell her your name. But yeah, this is amazing. She's got these beautiful butterfly-like fairy wings. She is holding a butterfly. All butterflies all the time with the Queen of Swords. There's a lot of butterflies around her. You can see there's this beautiful pinky, purpley vibe and the sun emanating hugely from behind her. She's backlit, which, you know, is not a good way to take a selfie, but it's still working for her. And she's obviously holding a sword. So swords cut through with the truth. When you're feeling stuck this weekend, when things are feeling fuzzy, when you're not sure of the correct action, just like look at the facts of the situation. The facts will guide you. The truth will set you free. Don't be afraid to speak up. Sometimes people can perceive the Queen of Swords as kind of a bitch because they don't always like what she has to say. And in particular, people have problems with women who tell the truth. But you shouldn't be afraid to speak up and own your truth. It will set you free. All right, I know I had a couple people who wanted readings. I'm scrolling up to see the cats. If you would like a card pull for you, now is the time to drop a cat in the chat. Lana dropped a cat. Lana, I hope you're still tuned in. Here is a card for you today. Womp. You have received the Three of Wands. I want to call attention to the imagery in this deck. Three of Wands. There's this young individual sitting on kind of a hill. I know there's like this bright light in the background. It maybe makes it hard to see the rest of it, but here's this individual sitting on a hill. They're holding a crystal ball in their hands. This makes it look like a sunrise, but it's actually the sunrise. Like the light is actually emanating from this crystal ball that they hold in their hands. It's from within. I'm sorry, my phone keeps reminding me to change my guitar strings, which I will be doing soon, phone, don't worry. They're on a hill. Next to them is like a baby, like leopard. Like, I don't know, some kind of big cat. Is it a leopard? Leopard, baby lion. It's very cute. It's a kitten of a big cat, indicating power that you will grow into. So Lana Marie, what does this mean to you? It means you're growing into your power. It means you have more power at your disposal than you believe. It means if you are looking for confirmation from the universe, should I go forward with something? The answer is yes. And the answer is that you will find you have the skills and the resources that you need along the way. Seeing some new comments. Okay, good. Yes, you're still tuned in. So that is your message. Three of Wands. Embrace the fact that you have power. Even if you may feel inexperienced, that means it's latent power. That means now you get to test yourself. Now you get to begin to learn. You are welcome. All right, let's see. Who else has dropped a cat in the chat? Brittany dropped a cat. Brittany, I'm pulling a card for you right now. You have received the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is playing the flute, a little bit of peace and a little air energy inside a very fiery suit. The flute does represent things like meditation, inner peace, listening, being open and still to both what is within us and what is without us. And perhaps even, dare I say it, becoming aware that internal and external are judgments we place and that we are all part of a larger whole. The Page of Wands in particular is discovering their power in relation to that larger whole. They are realizing their place within the world. They are realizing that maybe they can take up more space in the world, that they can create more agency and more mastery. They don't know exactly how yet. They just know that they've found something that they're passionate about, that is deeply meaningful to them, And that energy is strong enough that they're going to give it a go. It's very much a space of learning. Be ready to learn. If there's something you're excited about pursuing, you have an opportunity now to find a teacher, either literal or metaphorical. You know, you have resources at your fingertips to learn. There's also this sleeping dragon here in the Page of Wands, indicating again latent power. This is early to call it, but I feel like so far we have a theme in this reading of latent power, power that is on the way. It is still unfolding. This is a time of unfolding for you. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Who else dropped a cat? My sister, Neva, dropped a cat. Ondine dropped a cat. Doing a little mid-shuffle at this time. This is a brand new deck, so I feel like I should be doing a lot of shuffling. I know a lot of people just do the, like, lay the cards out and pick a card. I don't know. I like shuffling. It's a nice ritual. It feels good to me. All right, Neva, I'm about to pull a card for you. What hair color will be on the card? We don't know. It's a mystery. Neva, your card is the King of Swords. Again, we have a focus on truth, and we got the Queen of Swords as our general week. So truth and like legal stuff, like following the letter of the law, like this stuff is important. The King of Swords believes there is a right and wrong way to do things, and is very, very serious about that. The King of Swords he sees in kind of black and white. You know, it's really not about the in-betweens. It's not about shades of gray. It's about, this is the facts. Let's make decisions based on the facts. And coupled with the fact that everyone got the Queen of Swords, this especially goes for you. It is time to focus on the facts. It's time to step back from your feelings around things and just make decisions based on what is rational. There are two crows in this, and crows are messengers. So it also means that there is sufficient information around you. You are getting the information you need to make decisions. So if you step back and find your calm, you are likely to make very good decisions as long as you stay focused on the rational. Ondine, pulling a card for you. Diggy Cat, hello, how are you? Drop a cat if you would like a card. I mean, I feel like just by showing up in the chat, in the chat, you are already dropping a cat because you are a cat. So yes, I feel that way too. I feel like shuffling is like a nice, safe reset. And I do reach a point in shuffling where I'm like, I am done. I don't need to shuffle anymore. I'm good. And it feels nice. It's a nice feeling. All right, Ondine, I'm pulling a card for you at this time. Here is your card. 10 of Swords. All right, are you suffering a disappointment currently? Because there is a real sense of this feeling of betrayal, disappointment. The 10 of Swords is a little bit of a breakdown card. There's a real sense here of, oh, that's so, I'm just looking at this card. I'm sorry, because I haven't seen it before in this deck. There is a sunrise behind this figure. This figure is holding a rose. They're disappointed. They're let down. They have 10 swords in their back. That would disappoint anyone. No one's happy with 10 swords in their back. But the sun is rising. So this is not the end of the story. This is the end of a chapter. This is the end of something that did not work out. They are being watched over by a crow. Crow's not pecking at them. Crow holds a message for them when they are ready to hear it, which may not be yet. You may find that you need to kind of regain your equilibrium through self-care, through time spent alone, through whatever you need to do to help yourself feel whole again before you acknowledge that there's still another chapter ahead of you, that there is more to come. And when you are ready for that, you will find like information waiting for you about what your next steps should be. And it's okay right now if you're not ready, and if you just need to kind of lick your wounds and take good care of yourself. I'm just reading the comments. Diggy Cat has dropped himself in the chat. All right, let's see. I know we have some other cats in the chat. I'm scrolling back up to make sure I don't miss anyone. Okay, I've scrolled back up to the most recent cat. Melissa dropped several cats. Melissa, I'm pulling a card for you at this time. Nope, I want to shuffle again. Let's just have that shuffling compulsion. By the way, I want to let y'all know, I have a podcast called Sassafras Cast, which is where I'm directing most of my tarot energy these days. I am going to be coming out with a new podcast sometime this month, and for my patrons, that is always a live stream that they get to participate in and ask questions in. And for my $10 and up patrons, they also get a card pull with every podcast, as well as some bonus content. If that's something that's interesting to you, you can check me out at patreon.com/sassafras tarot. You can see how to spell it right down there. You can also find me on any podcast listening app. My podcast is all the places. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. Melissa, your card is the King of Cups. Another blonde, by the way, also a long-haired cutie, which you know I'm into. All right, let's talk about the King of Cups. The King of Cups sits with 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on a rock. This indicates emotional balance. This is a time when you have a deep awareness of your emotions, but you are not swept away by them. It's a balance. It's not about controlling your emotions or being controlled by them. It's about living in harmony with them and perhaps interacting with someone who teaches you this by example because of his or her or their deep mastery. I don't really love to assign gender too much to the cards because it's a construct. The King of Cups in one hand holds a trident and in the other hand holds a chalice, indicating both, again, the sacredness of our emotions, the sacredness of our intuition and our feelings, as well as the power that comes when we exert our will. And I mean that in a positive way, when we go after what we want with all the power that is within us. Go after what you want with all the power that is within you at the same time. Create sacred space for your emotions because they're important. I'm just presenting this comment without comment. Let me see if anyone else wanted a card. I'm going to scroll back up. I think I might have gotten everyone. But I'm scanning through for cat emojis. That's also why it's helpful to drop a cat, because then, you know, I can just scan through for a cat emoji later. Okay. Diggy Cat. Le Chat in Le Chat. Here is a card for you, my friend. Diggy Cat, 9 of Pentacles with, I might add, a big honkin' cat. That is a tiger. 9 of Pentacles is one of my other favorite cards. In fact, the 9 of Pentacles from the Everyday Witch Tarot is my cell phone case. I'm trying to put this in the way that there's no glare on it. I'm a big fan of this card because, again, the 9s of Cups and Pentacles to me are the self-made woman cards, or, you know, self-made human cards. I don't, again, need to put gender on it, but it's really about honoring yourself, giving gratitude to yourself for all that you have received and all that you have created in your life. Gratitude is a topic of a lot of conversation in the New Age community. It's great to be grateful. There are scientific proven benefits of having an attitude of gratitude. And I think sometimes, though, we leave ourselves out. We are grateful to perhaps a spiritual belief that we have. We are grateful to the universe. We are grateful to others. We owe it to ourselves to be grateful to ourselves. We put a lot of work into our lives, into everything, into the person that we are, into becoming who we wish to be, into learning, into growing, into creating our practical life around us, which is what the 9 of Pentacles is about. Give yourself gratitude for that. Enjoy it. Enjoy the life you have created for yourself. Don't feel that it is like unreasonable or stuck up or too materialistic to enjoy the life you've created for yourself. You've created a special life for yourself. Enjoy it. Celebrate it. You know, lean in to all of the wonderful things that you've created for yourself. You've earned them. That, my friends, is the 9 of Pentacles, which, by the way, has a cute little bird. I don't know if you can see it. I A cute little bird holding a flower in its beak. That's very, very charming. Be the cute little bird holding the flower that you wish to see in the world. Hydration checkpoint. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Wherever you are watching, whether it is Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, I request that you please follow me and sign up for notifications so that you get notified next time I go live. I go live every single Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for the Witchy Weather Report. And if you're not around at that moment, you can always watch the replay. And I also am going to be going live more often for informal stuff like this, doing little... I have another unboxing I want to do, which is going to be the Dinosaur Marseille deck that my friend Susanna got me, which, by the way, shout out to Susanna. You should follow Anti-Fragile Tarot, spelled just like it sounds, Anti-Fragile Tarot, here on Twitch and on your favorite podcasting app. She has a really amazing podcast. She's been around as a podcaster way longer than I have, and she has just started live streaming as well. She's awesome. Her insights are really cool. She's just got a really great perspective and is a really smart cookie. So please follow her, Anti-Fragile Tarot. Anyway, I got a cool deck from her that I want to do a similar unboxing. And I think I'm also going to do a couple videos about me learning the Marseille style of tarot, which is an older, kind of like one of the older prototypical tarot decks that, came out in like the Renaissance in France, obviously, because Marseilles is how my American brain wants to pronounce it. So if that's all interesting to you, and I'll always pull a couple of cards for anyone who's interested, I hope you'll follow me. I would love that. All right, my friends, I am wishing you a marvelous, wobulous, witchy, and wonderful day. Farewell, farewell. I will see you soon.